Alrighty guys, welcome back to the best day trading and investing channel on YouTube. So I'm your host Carter. We're going to be talking about the gap and go strategy. My main strategy and setups that I use. We're going to be doing a little bit of a how I find stocks, entries, exits, everything like that, guys. Super easy strategy to learn. Once you understand it, you kind of understand how to make money in the stock market from day trading. Alright guys, so let's just kind of jump into the video here. So this is the pre-market scan for this morning. So as you guys can see, we have a ton of stocks here on watch, which is good to see. You know, we have our leading gapper up 39%, and that is ticker symbol BICO. So the first thing that I look at, guys, for this gap and go setup is the price. Now the price is key because this is going to be determining how many shares that I can buy of this company, and pretty much if it's over a certain price point, which mine's $10, I tend to stay away from, just because follow through is not follow through is not as good. Now that's personal preference. There's traders that use this exact setup and the exact strategy, and they nail trades on stocks that are $20, $30. Alright, so the next thing that I look at is the gap up. Now I want stocks that are moving, I want stocks that are volatile. So very important right there. So, you know, we can look at the bottom one here, up 35.2%, which is pretty strong. The next thing is volume today. This is going to be key, because remember, as day traders, we are hunters of volume, guys. We are hunters of volume. I kind of skipped this float one right here, but you guys will understand why I did that and why I wanted to talk about volume first. Now, as traders, we are hunters of volume. Now, that does not mean just because a stock has a ton of volume, then we will trade it. You know, looking down the scan, any stocks that pretty much for me is more than 3 million, I tend to stay away from, just because personal preference again. But I don't want stocks that are crowded. So when I place an order, it takes a long time. I want to be able to get in and out of a trade with confidence and with ease. So you know, BICO, this is obviously the top contender of the day. Just by looking at the price, okay, so I know I can buy easily. I can buy, you know, 3, 4, 5,000 shares. Gap up 39%. So pretty much anything over 30 is pretty strong. Float 18.6. I like to keep this under 25. Now the reason why I like to keep it under 25, guys, is just because I want the stock to be able to catch volume and move quick and move with the volume. It's super simple, guys. It's super simple. So anything under 25 million I look for. So looking at these top three, this one, DESX, no go for me, just because it has the very high float, lower volume. Not liking it. Dropping down here to Sprint, 4 billion share float, which is a ridiculous float. So pretty much you need a crazy number of buyers to make this stock move. Volume today is already at 15.7 million. Cross that one off the list. So pretty much that's what I'll just keep doing. I'll create a watch list. I'll get, you know, 5, 4, 3 stocks that I like. So keep moving down here. GSUM, looking at the price, only up 20%. Volume today 30, extremely light volume, no go. We want volume pretty much, you know, we just want a stock that has volume but is not overcrowded. Super simple. Keep it stupidly simple, guys, because if you think, okay, well, the stock's gapping up 20% with only 30 you know, shares, or 30, you know, volume, this stock could run if it gets attention. Well, that's true, but realistically, I can guarantee the stock really didn't do a whole lot. Let's pull it up. GSUM. So I was right. Stock did not do a whole lot. Lost that picture though. All right, here we are. So, so I'll just create a watch list from this, guys. So this is going to be the pre-market gappers are the gap and go contenders. These are the stocks that I think that have a possibility of hitting this setup. Now, just because a stock is, looking good, like DTLX or what is that? DTLK. Geez, I need to wear glasses. But just because the stock's on here does not mean it's going to have good follow through. Same with BICO. Now, these are just the top ones. It still has to have a variety of other factors once we pull up the chart. We're just creating a watch list off what we see here, guys. So that's what I'll do. Check the price anywhere from $1 to $9. Keep that under $10. Now, if it's $12, but the stock looks strong, obviously I'm gonna go for it. The stock's under over 25. I like to stay away from those, especially. But I will. You guys will obviously see me trade stocks that are $15, $16 if I see a strong movement in it. But all right, so let's move on here to the charts. So the first thing I'll do. So first stock that looked strong was BICO. So I'll just pull it up. Wait, what was it? Oh, BIOC. BIOC. All right, so we're not gonna look at it during the day. All right, guys. So here's what I look at. First thing, I've made videos on this in the past, and I'll do the exact same thing as what I do. So I like to remove all the drawings, clear drawing set. Now, because you guys will start to understand a lot of these stocks you trade. You'll see them again, so you'll have support resistance lines already drawn out. But all right, first thing I do is I make sure I want to have an upward trend. As a long bias trader, I want to have an upward trend here. So stock's upward trend, strong, looking good. Next thing I do is label support and resistance points. So it looks like it has some resistance up at this 114 mark, resistance up at 117, and I always want to note 117 is high of day or high of pre-market. So it looks like it has some sort of resistance here. This resistance turned into support, and then mental note uses the 200, or this looks like the 20 moving average line. Finds support off the 200 moving average line with ease, guys. So the next thing I'll do after I pull that up is I want to make sure it's above these moving average lines for the yearly chart. So I'll go to the yearly. All right. So first thing I see, the stock, former history of running. That's the first thing you've got to look for. Former history of running, and it's not like it pops and fades. Pops, continues to rally up. That's pretty strong here. All right, so looking at this stock here, so we're looking at it right here. So I would say, all right, resistance up at 124. Resistance up at 124. You can draw that out. Now the reason why I have it up at 124, guys, is because this is where this this moving average line is right here. You guys can see we're only looking at pre-market, and we're not. This is during the day, so pre-market is right in here. So resistance up at 124 with these. All right, continue to look. Now also resistance up at 328, but that's a very significant move that it would have to make in order to hit that. So we should be able to get in and out with these guys. But all right, so this stock looks strong. Looks strong over 124. That's what I meant. Write down. So I'll put just stock BI. I have a little trading notepad. BICO over 124 with volume. All right. So that stock looks strong, and now let's move on to the next one. So next one is that looked interesting is OTLK. So let's go back to the 1 minute chart. All right. So it's I don't even remember. OTLK. All right. Same thing. We're only looking at pre-market. All right. So just by judging this, guys, I want you guys to do this with me. You know, we're going to be looking at support and resistance lines here. So high of day is up at $3, and that's perfect. We want this to be a whole number or a half dollar. That looks strong, because now we know that it is a stock that is very strong on prices, or price movement. So meaning it tends to find support or resistance lines at whole dollars or half dollars. So that's pretty strong here. Some resistance here, some support down here. Whoops, didn't draw it. We got to draw that trend here in a minute, just so we know if it's upward or downward. But all right, we change the drawing tool. We're going to just start it here just to make it easier. All right. So this is pretty much the break it trend pre-market. All right. So this one, we got to pull up the yearly chart, see what's going on with it. One thing I don't like about it here is you see how it pumps and dumps, pumps, dumps, pumps, dumps. So just by judging this, is I know the follow-throughs aren't as strong. So meaning I'm more likely to go smaller share size, just by looking at it, mental notes. Uses the, 20 moving average line as some sort of support, like the other one, mental note. All right, let's go to the yearly chart here, guys. All right, yearly chart. All right, so this is interesting here, guys. So it's over, this is strong. So it's over these moving average lines. So now the next pretty much resistance is at 428. One thing that looks strong about here is it does have a gap to fill from 2 all the way till $3. Now from 3 and up, it has price movement. So that's pretty much why it probably gapped in between here. And there, I bet you there's some sort of catalyst. Let's pull it up here. All right, just biggest movers now. I mean, I don't want to look back and have a super long video. Jeez, my throat is burning from talking though, guys. But I'm grinding for you. I'm grinding. All right, so let's just look at these two stocks during the day. All right. So, bell dings. If you guys don't know what the gap and go strategy is, it's pretty much when you get in either before the high of day or after the high, or not the high of day, the high of pre-market. You either get in before or after for a resistant breakout. So first candlestick here, guys. All right, so first candlestick. So what we have this huge price movement. Okay, now realistically, I would be hopping in this thing right at opening bell for the break of $3. So now I know it uses, because I know it uses $3 as resistance. So I'll get in probably for the break, most likely get filled at 3.7 to 3.10. Next. Oh man, geez, guys. Next one. We just have a little doji. So this is a reversal. This is just buyers and sellers. Just I'm gonna pause the video. Hold on. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. Jeez, I'm dying. But all right, so this next candlestick here. Let's zoom it in so you guys can see. All right, so this next candlestick here, guys, is a doji. But you see how we got in for the break of 3? So we would set our stop loss most likely under these moving average lines, just because they tend to hug them, and sometimes they can carry as support or resistance. So we would set our stops at probably 297, 295 in that range. So this huge long wick is a good thing. I know we have buyers coming in. And then we do have some sellers. So it's just a battle right now. Still holding, no big deal. So next green one, we have this huge pump up, guys, huge pump. Now realistically, we're already up 15, 20 cents. Now you can either start adding or selling. Now I'm the kind of person that likes to take profit early and get up on the day. So realistically, on this sell off is when I will start selling my shares, and then I will get most likely filled in the 20s. So from like 324 to 320. Now, just because the stock, pumped. Now, if you would have held, and you could have held for a small loss. No big deal, guys. No big deal. So you're out. It broke through this support, whether you sold up here or down here. This was a solid play for sure. Solid play. Only a couple minutes, so you might have missed it. So if you might have missed it, no big deal. We're just going to look at some of the support lines. So here, guys. So previous history tells us that it is a strong moving average price. Now comes and taps this once. Now it tapped it again. So realistically, we could have been long over the moving average lines, because from here to here we do have a little bit of a gap to fill. Now we could have got in, and then boom, boom, boom. Could have been up a little bit, start selling off. So this one, not as good a follow through. Most likely, probably a small win or even a break-even trade. Now let's pull up BIOC. Whoops, BIOC. Alright. No, close my eyes. Don't want to see what happened. Alrighty. So BIOC here. So we said over 24 was our price point. Was over 24. Now the reason why is because that's where we have the moving average line on the yearly chart. So if it doesn't come in contact with that, we're not going long. See right here, guys, tapped it, sold off. So looking at this, one thing I don't like about this, I would not buy into this candle right here. Just looking at the volume, it's not long. It's not a lot. We want these type of volume spikes, not a large volume. Not into it. So continue to rally. Continue to rally. We do have this huge volume spike here. So we could have got in for a small scalp trade. Maybe even a break even. So pretty much, guys, the gap and go is a very simple strategy here. Now the reason why I probably would have been a little more cautious getting in on the pre-market highs. You easily could, but 17 to resistance up at 124. So honestly, I don't know if I would have really traded this stock a whole lot. It did have some great moves throughout the day. Now the only reason why I would have is if it broke over this 124 mark, just because it has better follow through. As you guys can see, this stock literally just caught fire over the 124 mark. Once it broke over this, probably got a lot more sellers out. That's probably why it took a couple of tries. But once it did, we had this huge rush. Now, but the gap and go setup is a very, very simple strategy. So it just goes, you look for a low float stock. Now you get in at the break of pre-market. Now pre-market here is at 117. So realistically, if you would have got in at 118, you could have sold profits all the way up at 124. If you would have continued to held through this, or you might have gotten stopped out in here, but you could have even sold upwards of 127 to 126. There's a ton of opportunity for the gap and go setup. That's why I like to trade it. Now today was obviously just a little bit of a slower day, but that's why I like to go and really take my time and study the the scanners here. Now they're super they're super easy to understand once you get it. But yeah, so the gap and go, awesome setup. Highly recommend it, guys. I know it was a little bit of a longer video today, but I'll see you guys tomorrow with another episode here. We might do it again. If you guys have any more questions, I'll go back and answer it. So that is it, though. Remember to always stay happy, stay positive. I'm going to edit this video and get to bed here. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll make some money tomorrow, and then we might do a vlog or something. I don't know yet. All right, peace out.